Tonight, the sky over your city is going to explode in color. You'll stand there with your neck craned back. Your chest will feel that low boom before your ears even register the sound. And somewhere in that moment, without thinking about it, you'll feel closer to total strangers standing next to you than you did an hour ago. You probably think that's just tradition. It's not. The real reason runs a lot deeper than fireworks, and it's older than your country, older than any country. It's wired into the same part of you that once decided whether your ancestors lived or died. Here's the question worth asking. Why does a nation need a birthday at all? A country isn't a person. It doesn't have a heartbeat or a childhood. It's borders on a map, laws in a book, millions of people who will never meet each other. So why do you feel something real when a date on the calendar comes around? Why do you decorate your house for a piece of geography? The answer starts with a number. In the 1990s, a British anthropologist named Robin Dunbar was studying primates, trying to figure out why some species live in small groups and others live in massive ones. He found a pattern. The size of a social group correlates with the size of the brain region used for processing relationships. He ran the numbers for humans and landed on a figure that's now famous, roughly 150. That's the estimated number of stable relationships a human brain can actually track at once. Not names, not faces, relationships. Who owes who a favor? Who you can trust? Who might stab you in the back? 150 people. That's a village. That's a hunting band. That's the size of group your brain evolved to live inside of, for nearly the entire span of human existence. And then, in an evolutionary blink, humans started living in cities, then kingdoms, then nations of millions. Your brain never got the memo. It's still running ancient software, trying to figure out who's us and who's them, except now us isn't 150 people you actually know. It's 330 million people you'll never meet. So how does a brain built for a village manage to feel loyalty to a country that size? It cheats. It uses symbols as shortcuts. A flag isn't just cloth. A national holiday isn't just a date. They're stand-ins, mental placeholders that let your ancient tribal brain treat millions of strangers as if they were your own small group. A political scientist named Benedict Anderson had a term for this. He called nations imagined communities. Not fake, not pretend, just imagined in the sense that you will hold this feeling of belonging with people whose faces you will never see and whose names you will never know. The nation exists because enough minds agree to imagine it into being, together, at the same time. And that's where the birthday comes in. Every imagined community needs a shared moment to point to. A single day where millions of separate brains can synchronize the same story at once. That's not an accident of scheduling. It's a psychological necessity. Without a shared date, a shared symbol, a shared reason to look at the sky at the same time, 330 million strangers have nothing binding them together except paperwork. Here's where it gets stranger. Around the turn of the 20th century, a French sociologist named Émile Durkheim went looking for what actually happens inside a crowd during a religious ritual. He watched people chanting together, moving together, feeling swept up in something bigger than themselves. He gave that feeling a name: collective effervescence. It's the specific rush you get when you're physically present with a large group, all focused on the same thing, all feeling the same emotion at the same time. Durkheim wasn't writing about fireworks, he was writing about tribal ceremonies. But the mechanism is identical. Put a crowd together, synchronize their attention and their emotion, and something happens in the brain that doesn't happen when you're alone. You stop feeling like an individual and start feeling like part of something. That's the boom you feel in your chest tonight. It's not really about gunpowder. It's your nervous system doing exactly what it did around a fire 10,000 years ago, syncing itself to the group.